Hello, and welcome to Blackfeather Guild. Before we go in and say hi to the cast and get started with the show, I wanted to talk very briefly about viewer actions and a little bit about sponsors. So first off, there's a number of ways that you can actually actively participate in the show through viewer actions. One of the easiest ways to do so is through retweeting the game tweet. You should see that somewhere in chat if it's not in there already. But you just click on that link and hit retweet, and for every 5 retweets that we get on that, it will add a bonus to the cast pool and the game master pool. Now, in most cases, that's going to be an extra d6 that they can add on to any roll. Basically, a great way to use that is if a player is almost meeting a DC, but they're just not quite there, they can grab one of those d6s from the cast pool, roll that, and then add that to their roll. Basically, is how that works. Same with the GM. So that's one of the easiest ways that you can participate that way. Another way is through guild coins. That's our Twitch channel points. If you look at the rainbow colored icon, it should have the Blackfeather Guild crest on it. It should be right below your Twitch chat box. If you click on that, it'll show you all the different things that you can get with those. The biggest one being plot points. Now, plot points, you can see an example right over here. They all work pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of how big of an impact they have. So for the example, when we've got 2 plot points, the player of your choice gets something moderately helpful or unhelpful. Enter any suggestions for the GM into chat, or you can have the GM come up with something entirely on their own. So just choose if you want it to be helpful or unhelpful to the party, and that's kind of how you can use them. You can throw in your own suggestions as well. How those work: 1 plot point is something trivially helpful or unhelpful. 2 is moderately, 3 is very, and 4 is very to the entire party. So if you want to do something to help the entire party or really throw a monkey wrench in their plans, 4 plot points will do that. So that's guild coins. And then finally, we've got donations. So if you want to help out with keeping the lights on in the place, so to speak, there's a number of ways that you can financially contribute. One of those being coffee.com/Raven or raven.rocks. You can see both of those examples down there at the bottom. Those are the addresses to do direct donations. You can also do Twitch subscriptions or bits. Those work the same way. And then finally, Patreon, We've got a Patreon, which you should see in chat here any second if it's not there already. And our Bard tier patrons and higher get credits towards viewer actions every month that they can use on any show that they would like. You just have to let us know in chat how you want to spend those, and then we'll hand those out. So, some very cool stuff. Before we hop over to see the cast, one last thing to mention is a couple things on this chart here. We've already covered the d6 and the plot points, but the triple crits, what that means is you can gift auto critical successes. And you can, it's triple because you get three. You can divvy those out however you'd like. You can do two to the cast, one to the game master, all of them to the game master, however you want to do it. So they work much like the d6s. The cast members just grab that when they're available and they really need them and use them. So it's pretty cool. And then finally, the last one, introduce an ally or enemy NPC. Just give us a brief description of what you want this character to look like, kind of their character concept and a name, and let us know if you want it to be an enemy or an ally to the party, and the GM will basically take that and run with it. So really cool ways that you can participate. Lastly, I just want to take a quick moment to mention our sponsors. If you look at the logos down below, that's who's sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we introduce everybody as well on the next scene. So yeah, check all this stuff out and thank them for supporting us, and thank you for being here and watching. Let's go say hi to the cast.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another excellent game. Well, I'm sure will be an excellent game of La Famille Boucherie, our delightful little story of well, what once were six and now are only four vampires making their way through the city of New Orleans, trying to survive while keeping things operating as best they can in a world that seems out for their blood, so to speak. So, before we get going tonight and with the recap and all that good stuff, let's let our players introduce themselves, tell you where you can find them, and who they're going to be playing today. So, today we're going to start with Nat.
Hello, I'm Nat, Natatui. You can find me on the Black Heather Discord. I play Mikey, sneaky Nosferatu guy.
Excellent. And Tabitha, or Michael.
Hello there, I shall be playing in Tabitha, the complete garbage vampire that's just trying their best. It's not their fault life's turned to garbage. They've just accepted it. They were born in it. I'm Michael Wayne. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch sometimes, but most of the time I'm in the background. If you give me a clip, I'll make you a GIF.
Excellent. And Slowpoke.
Hello, everyone. I'm Slowpoke. I am playing Silas Kaplan, or Jet, the Malkavian, which is currently handling stuff, I think.
Yeah, there's never a sign of big problems when the Malkavian is
No, not at all.
a leadership role. And last but not least, Manicourse.
Hello, my name is Manic Pixie Horse Girl on Twitch and on Twitter, and you can find me over there occasionally when I remember to check it. On here, I'm playing Maeve, a gangrel who's attempting to learn to control her impulses. I think she did better last time. There were no tongues lost. We'll see how it goes today.
No tongues, no eyeballs either. It's a new record for the least amount of collateral damage with a raven. Yeah, and I am Zan. You can catch me at InsanityTTRPG on Twitter or my website, insanitygaming.com. I'm going to be weaving all of our characters' fates together in the role of storyteller today. And just a little bit of heads up. Um, this is one of the darker shows on the Black Feather Guild. So just as a little content warning, darkness lies ahead. La Famille Boucherie is a program that embraces the night, the darkness within it, alongside the darkness within each of us. As such, this game may feature content that is troubling or triggering to some viewers. If you're sensitive to topics such as homelessness, drug use, blood play, violence against innocence, gaslighting or manipulation, thievery, body horror, or other monstrous themes that may arise during play, please proceed with caution. Otherwise, we invite you to share our story and bask in that which makes us human and that which brings out the inner beast in us all. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let's let those good times roll. Yeah, also blood use. That was a little, I mean, that kind of goes with the territory here. So our last session, things hit a little bit of a crescendo. Uh, the party had a meeting organized with um, a vampire who they had met once before in the tombs of St. Louis Cemetery Number 1. They were supposed to meet to exchange their one-time ally, Father Joseph, uh, for the chance at a conversation with this individual. This individual, slickly dressed in a silk black top hat, who seemed to know his way around the city very well and was not new to this vampiric lifestyle. However, instead of doing this, they called this meeting in to the local scourge, the prince's enforcement of the city, and let them know where the meeting was going to take place, letting the officials do what it is officials possibly do best. Instead of attending this meeting themselves, they made their way out to the Big and Hungry, formerly known as the Bad Asp, a hookah lounge in the one of the suburbs, and made an interesting discovery. Jet's dear friend Jesse, um, unseen since an event a few nights ago where there was a shooting at a local club where Jesse was playing, was fine. He was happy, healthy, having a great time with some of his bandmates. And, well, that's where things started to go south. Mikey saw some interesting iconography on the wall, some interesting books that they did an excellent job in not touching or disturbing as they prowled around the store invisibly. Tabitha used some of her charm to get the owner of the establishment away from Jesse as um, the owner revealed himself to be a vampire and took a large chunk out of Tabitha's neck. Uh, Jet, who was having a side conversation with Jesse, moved back around the corner to show Jesse what his friend truly was, and things got real fast. Um, there was a minor scuffle, and the vampire was staked and left in a dumpster. Everyone fled and returned to Tabitha's Haven. And the
Are you
camera.
sure? I thought we were in a car driving away.
We were definitely in a car driving away.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, thanks for that heads up.
I also don't remember ever being told that the dude that bit Tabitha was the owner of the place.
It was it was hinted at, but yeah, that might have been a slip of the tongue on my end.
Pretty sure when I questioned the kid at the counter, she said they weren't around right now.
Oh, well, who knows? Definitely not just me being forgetful. This game does happen This game does happen at 4 a.m. for me, so I am not on the top of my game for the beginning of it. Yeah, and our game ended wrapped up last week with a off-camera scene of Tabitha's sire, the lady, having an intimate conversation with Tabitha's dear friend Talon, who came under some attention recently as the hero of the nightclub shooting while wearing Tabitha's jacket. Certain nothing happened from that conversation whatsoever. So the camera is yours, and I believe y'all said you're back in your car. Who's driving?
Me.
Okay.
Are
Maid,
we? Oh, go ahead.
do me a favor and swing by 5th and 9th. I need to pick up an emergency thing.
Can do. What are we gonna do about the kid screaming in the back seat?
Oh, I think Jet's dealing with that.
I'm
Theoretically.
literally holding his mouth.
Go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, or on the drive to 5th and 9th, are y'all doing anything else? Are you attempting to soothe Jesse in any way, Jet, or just keeping him quiet?
For now, I'm like, until we're somewhere safe, I'd like you to reflect on what you saw and what you're gonna do, because at the end of this, you're gonna need to make a decision, and depending on what you choose, you're gonna more than likely decide your life from now on.
Judging from the smell, his most recent decision was to pee himself.
Okay, so I'm gonna need Jet over there to make a. I think this is gonna be a composure. And do you think this is persuasion or subterfuge?
No, this is subterfuge, I think.
All right, go ahead and make that roll for me then. We're gonna see if he picks up what you're putting down.
Let's see. Was that composure you said? And
Yeah.
subterfuge?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna put it at a difficulty of 2 successes.
Let's see. Composure. There we are. Do we still have any successes left?
Yes, we have 6 extra dice and 9 automatic successes.
May I take 2 extra dice?
Yeah, go right ahead. All right, needed 2. You got 3, or you got 4. No, that's 3. I can do math. I swear. Yeah.
Plus 1 is 4.
Oh man, it's that Japanese style of doing math. It's not working out with me well today. Okay, you seem to calm him down a little bit. He's stopped screaming and he's just breathing heavily. You can feel his damp breath coating the back of your palm, coming from his nose, and yeah, you can feel his lip quivering underneath your hand. His eyes are red.
Is Mikey in the car?
I believe Mikey's in the car. Am I
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I think we all.
Do I notice Mikey's composure as is currently?
Mikey's probably shrunk away from the commotion with Jesse, but he seems quite calm. He just doesn't really know what to do. He's one of those people who just isn't very good at comforting, so he's just kind of in the corner, squished against the side of the car.
All right. I'll be
He's
keeping
gone
my attention on
invisible
Jesse.
again.
You're one of those real there characters.
Yeah, he knows that's not a good thing to do, so he's just gonna keep his mouth shut.
Okay. So,
And I don't know if I actually know where 5th and 9th is because
I'm just making up a
yeah,
street.
yeah, we're gonna say with Tabitha riding shotgun, I assume
Just
that
pointing
she's
which
she's
way to-
able to.
Yeah, she's just pointing which way to go.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, we're gonna say that eventually you get to your destination. What is at this? What is here, Tabitha?
Tabitha does get out of the car and actually goes near what looks like an electric post and climbs up it a little bit and pulls off a little box from it and then bringing it down, opens it up and has like about 5 little like walkie-talkie things with it in there, so that way like they can be in contact since Tabitha's known ways of keeping in contact with people has been compromised. It
We
it
have
has
acquired
all
sending stones.
yeah.
Okay. We'll say these are short range walkie talkies. Um, just kind of dollar store stuff, but still useful in short range. Um, okay, so you've got those.
Yeah, and in there is, I would think, at least one burner car, cell phone as well, just to call the intern before I can say to them, uh, 682 in motion now, before hanging up and then just breaking the burner phone.
Uh, okay, yeah. You hear the intern make a response, um, and before hanging up as well.
Eh, Yeah, then just comes to there and looks odd, like they have probably what looks like an electric box, but just opens it up to show kind of like the pull out a radio for everyone in there.
Okay.
I feel like Maeve gets a little too excited when she sees the walkie-talkies. Childhood memories abound.
Yeah, so you each have a pair of walkie talkies now. Um, and what's the plan moving forward?
Now, I'm not sure about what you guys have planned, but if Jesse, being Jet's friend, was compromised, I'm worried about my own best friend. They
Yeah,
might be
I
in
agree.
danger.
I agree.
So what time is it?
It's probably let's see. The meeting was supposed to happen when at 10.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's with all the commotion and driving around, it's probably a good little bit after 11, creeping on towards midnight.
No. Well, on my end, my plan is my sire.
Okay.
That's about all I have for now. I'm just telling the group. If you need to clear up your space or clean up your space before finding something better, Tab, I'm willing to join, but I'd like to drop off Jesse before that time.
Yes. At least I believe we are safe for now because the place itself, you have to only be there to know. And so far, like, those that are living are us and the intern that know where it's at currently. So I think it's secure for a little bit longer. I never even invited Talon over there to tell you how secure the location is. But
Um,
I think either the plan is that we either do check in with our contacts and those that we hold dear, or go to the cemetery. I plan to check in and find with Talon.
I
If you,
should we call the Scourge, should we see how badly we fucked up, or?
For now, we've
If-
done what we can. I suggest we ride out the night. I don't think we should poke more into it until tomorrow. We gave the information, we gave them the possibility to handle it. And depending on what kind of information we put there and how badly or how well that went, I don't think we should poke into it unless they contact us.
Yeah, I don't think going to the cemetery right now is a good idea.
No, I don't think so.
Is it on the way by any chance, or is it completely out of where we're going?
I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, I don't know where y'all are going either.
If we end up at Tab's place for tonight, if we try that for tonight, after that we need something different. And by then I'm guessing that we have the retorts. If not, or we might have options. If we don't, I might have to look at another boon for someone.
Well, I do have one in reserve, which I do not want to use.
Oh, you're
But
talking about Miranda?
yes.
Can
That's
I-
one of a
That's-
couple. I even have a worst case scenario if this is as bad as I suspect. Because I feel that what we have here with my lines being compromised is we either have someone that's wanting to cut off the lady from their resources, is to attack them directly, or someone's wanting to empty a chair at the table. That someone either wants to be at the table with the prince or to remove the prince. That's my worry at the moment. And I feel that we are at most maybe rooks and pawns in their game.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This is the most radical thing we've done.
What's up, Tonic?
Can I potentially call my sire?
Uh,
To. I feel like he would have a bit more pull in the general hierarchy that we've gotten entangled in. And I feel like he might be a safer person to ask about what happened earlier tonight in terms of maybe he can find the information
okay, sure.
as sort of a indirect way of doing it to see who's pissed off at us or not.
Okay. Are you gonna wait till you're alone to make this call? Or are you doing it now?
If everyone's willing to be quieter, I'll do it now.
Mind you, Jesse is still in the car.
Yeah. I don't think I overly care about that.
Okay.
If you are worried, there might be at least a place. There's an old electric place where we could possibly swap out for an old technical van. We could do that, and that way at least if
And
they're
that way,
tracking a
at least
vehicle,
Jesse will
we
feel
can
like he's
swap
really
out.
being kidnapped.
Yeah, and at least would be in a building and can be away from everyone if you need a private conversation.
At this point, private is not part of it.
Yeah, it's literally just a pretty straightforward question. So yeah, can I call my sire?
Yeah, sure. Phone rings a few times and then it's picked up. Hello?
Hi, this is Maeve.
Hello, child. How are you tonight?
Well, nothing too terrible has happened yet. Tonight. How much do you know about the general situation of why Lydia and I were sent down here?
I know a fair bit. There were intruders in the city.
Yeah, that's basically The long and short of it, we were supposed to meet with one of these intruders earlier tonight. Essentially, he had kidnapped one of our new coterie, and we told the Scourge here, and then we followed up on a lead about the haven of these intruders, which at the moment seems to have been a dead end. There's potential for secret places within that location, but we're not sure about it yet. Anyway, I was wondering if you could potentially find out from the Scourge down here how whatever happened in the cemetery went down. I feel like she doesn't trust us and is going to be angry with us if I ask her.
Well, I certainly can. I fear that Graves will see through any questions that I ask. It's not a hard leap to
Yeah.
understand why one of the coterie sires would be asking questions. But I can certainly do that for you.
Um,
To satiate my own curiosity, what would you say of the leadership of this city?
um, it's difficult to suss out, but most intrigue with vampires is, I'm kind of a straightforward person.
That's why I asked.
Um, I think in terms of the prince, he very much supports and cares about the masquerade. And these intruders they don't appear to be giving a shit about it. There have been club shootings and I don't know, a variety of other bullshit going on. They're trying to influence members of the church. They have some sort of phosphorescent bullet that killed Lydia. So she's already down.
Rest her soul. I'm sorry to hear that. I know you were close.
I don't know what to do. It's confusing, and I feel like I should give you more information, and I know that you're close with the people down here, otherwise you wouldn't have sent us. So I don't feel like you having more information is too much to ask, even if she can make the leap of why it's happening. And I think using you to the fullest ability, if possible, just in terms of advice at the very least, could help us, because I feel like we're drowning.
Okay, how many dots do you have in Malwa, Tawny? It's a resource or a background.
Yeah.
I think you have a fair bit.
Yeah, I think I'm on the wrong page for it, though. Would that be under Chronicle? Yes, maybe. Yeah, I have 3 dots in Mola.
Okay, so I want you to roll. Which social stat do you feel like this is? Is this manipulation, presence, or composure? Or manipulation, charisma, or composure. Sorry.
I feel like it could possibly be composure or attempting to keep composure. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead and make a composure roll plus 3 dice.
Okay.
For your Malwa.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
All right. So that's 3 successes. He kind of makes a bit of a thoughtful sound and says, let me look into a few things.
Thank you.
I think I can help you out. Are you still in the same residence?
Yes, but we've kind of been bouncing around. We've been followed and tracked, and cars have been tagged, and it's a bit of a free-for-all down here. A little bit Mad Maxy. But I can get there.
I think I'll have a care package sent to you.
Thank you.
Some things are hard to say over these phones. You never know who's listening.
I understand.
I'll talk to you soon, child.
All right. Thank you.
And the line goes dead.
Good job.
So, what's the other plans for tonight?
Well,
I'm not
Oh,
sure
go ahead.
about you all, but I need to meet up with Talon. I promised them that I would reveal things like I don't want to as much as I could. I made that promise. If one of you wouldn't mind being backup for that, be much appreciated. If you have other plans, I understand.
Backup.
Well,
In what way do you mean backup?
I I don't know, but since I have told the lady that uh everything so far, it may be when I get there the lady shows up and asks me for something else that I may not be comfortable in doing or willing to do, or something else foolish with Talon, where Talon's one of the few people that until after I died, actually gave some life, some reasoning. I don't know what's going to happen when I tell her the truth and what the lady might ask for me after that.
I didn't expect you to be the sentimental type, Tab.
I'm a lady of multiple dimensions.
So we
I
come to
feel
find.
like we should figure out Jesse and maybe then stick together.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd prefer
I
not doing that in a car, to be fair.
I
I had
mean,
an
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
I just had an idea about doing something, but if you guys really think we should stick together, I guess it can wait.
What is it that you want to do? Maybe we can do both.
Oh, I mean, it sounds kind of silly, I guess, but you know that friend of mine we met, and you know it's good to keep friends on side, and he asked me for that game, and you know he's a good friend, and I don't want to piss him off, you know. But also there might be someone I know personally who might have what I need, so it'd be good to check in on them as well.
Well, there is a meeting spot that Talon and I would meet up when, and forgive me for my French, when shit has hit the fan, that we do often meet up, that used to be an old anime video game store. Maybe that might at least help with that. And
Sounds like it.
then if things after Talon, and if they don't go completely sideways, do that. That sound like a plan?
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's worth a shot.
Sounds fun to me. I don't think you're gonna find Ogre Battle 64 at a regular place.
You never know. I don't know about seeing people who are important right now when there's every chance we could be followed. So I don't know.
Yeah. Things are weird.
Let
Yeah.
me
So
be frank. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just asking what the point of order is. What the plan?
Well, on my end, as long as I get to have my talk, and I can do that semi comfortably. After that, I'm free to join up with you, Tab. I owe you guys enough to not say no to that.
So are we sticking together then, and we doing this thing with your friend first, Jet?
I think that at least that would conclude a lot on my end. After that, I might need a phone call, but that's about it.
That sounds like the point of order is to jet with your friend, Talon, and then we deal with making sure Mikey can get that game for their friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So where do you plan on having this conversation, Jet?
As long as Tab's okay with it, I'd be okay going to her place.
Okay.
If you think that they are secure, they do. Like again, outside of us, that means one additional person that knows the
Well,
location.
I'm aware. Jesse's not the issue with that.
Okay, then
Not for now.
that sounds like the plan is drop you off at my house, and then we go to Talon's. There, it should be like an old truck or something that the intern has in the garage. Like that should allow you to meet up. I don't know how well it is. I've never used it.
Okay. So you're just letting Jet and Jesse out. You're not going inside.
It sounds like we're driving over to Tab's place, dropping them off, and then going to the anime store to deal with Talon.
Okay.
Or actually, if you don't mind, drop me off at uh, oh god, uh, oh god, the club. I kept forgetting. What was the name of the club?
Oh,
The
the
Pulse of the
pulse of the
Night?
night. Yeah.
Pulse of the Night. Yeah,
Okay, that sounds like a better plan.
drop
Much
us
better.
off there. We'll handle it from there, and then
Okay.
I'll meet up with you afterward.
All right. So gonna do a quick muzak change real quick. Kind of set the mood a little bit better. Alien nightclub. That sounds fun. Um, all right. So as you are let out of the car, Jesse still looks a little worse for the wear, but seems to be trusting in you based on that nice roll you had earlier.
No,
What's the plan?
I'm heading to the club. I'm dragging him with me if he's not coming.
Yeah, his like it's almost like he's on autopilot.
Good.
Tab
Alright.
waves to the bouncer at least.
He kind of nods at you. Yeah. The club is. You notice there's a few extra uh, given the recent events of the city, there's a few extra security staff outside, but that's the only big change at the moment.
All right. Unless they're stopping us on the way in, we're just gonna walk through.
They look to you and nod.
And nod back.
As you walk past, you do see them send in a message over their intercoms.
Yeah. I'll look around if there's any familiar faces. If not, heading upstairs to one of the private booths.
Okay, you're met about halfway up the stairs by the owner. Whose
Miranda.
name? Yes, Miranda. His name I definitely didn't forget just then. Yeah, she goes, "Hello, it's so good to see you again."
Likewise. May I inquire for some private room?
Of course, no problem at all. She kind of looks to Jesse, still a little wide-eyed, and looks back to you and winks.
I
We're
nod
always
knowingly.
happy to provide services.
Of course.
Do you need any social lubrication?
No, I'll be quite fine, thank you.
Okay. And yeah, she leads you to a little VIP box.
All right. I just nod towards Jesse. In.
And he kind of numbly sits down. He's like, "Oh, what, man? What's going on?"
Where to start? All right. I don't know how much how much you remember from the shit that I've been telling you. You know enough. You know roughly what I am. You know roughly the kind of system we have.
Yeah, you're not human, right?
No.
Yeah.
Neither was your friend back there.
Yeah. I kind of figured when his jaw unhinged and he bit the fuck out of that bitch.
Don't let her hear you say that. She might be interested. Now, listen to me. This has hit the fan in a bad way, really quickly. And to be quite fair, it's my fault. I brought you into this unknowingly. And the reason why that person was even in your company is because of me. Now, it was not my intention, and I would never want this for you. But at this point, they know enough about you, they know enough about me to the point where they will not let you be. So I'm forced to give you a choice. Either you'll have to enter our world in some form. I cannot be there for that, because if I do, we're both dead. I would have to facilitate a way for you to most likely end up in California. And that's about as good as I could do. On the other end, you would have to return to Australia. You'd have to cut all ties you have on this continent overnight. You have to cut your studies. Whatever funding you've invested here will be gone, and I can't do anything to save that. But for your own sake, that would probably be most preferable. However, I cannot guarantee you your safety until you're on that plane.
Well, what's why can't I just stay here?
If you do, the organization I'm currently with does not allow turning of new prospects without specific license to. As I'm very much in a bit of a kerfuffle along with my associates in the car, partly because of saving you, as a matter of fact,
Oh
I
yeah, that's
I
great. Yeah,
would.
glad. Good to know. Good to know about that. Yeah, I'm sorry I've made your life more difficult by.
No, no, you did not. The only thing I'll give you shit for, and I'm laughing as I'm saying this, is you didn't get rid of the car. Wow. I should have known. I should have known. No, no, it's my fault. It is, and I really don't want to do this, but let's just say if you do not sever your ties tonight, and I make that phone call, you're never going to see daylight again. You will not know your family anymore. You will not know your friends. You will not know your former life. It will be whatever those around you deem fit. Because as soon as they find out there's something else about you, they will either be killed on the spot, or they will be used the way you've been used against me. Because you're a contact. You're a weakness. And they will be as well. And again, I'm not able to do anything about that. Because if you stay here, we'll both die. So I would have to find a way to get you to another organization, preferably the Anarchs. Even though I hate to say that.
Um,
I know this is way too much.
yeah,
It was for me as well. I'll just say that at least you're lucky to have a choice. I didn't.
but if I go back to Australia, then everything stays the same.
Well, at least they won't be able to use you against me, so they won't have a reason to deal with you because you're too
Yeah,
far
but
away.
I mean, I saw that guy's jaw fucking unhinge. I
Yeah,
I I don't think that's a thing that I'm ever gonna forget.
no,
I
no, you're not. So would you rather live with that, or would you let that become your new day to day, or night by night, if I should say it that way?
give, give me the fucking red pill, man.
I know for a fact you don't want that. And it's the only time there's no takebacks on this. This choice will literally deem you living or dead. And if you take that red pill, fire and light will be the end of you. Or another one of us will down the line.
Or if I don't, I'm never gonna sleep again because I don't know who is one of you, one of those things.
That's true. Staring into the void is not as fun as it sounds. Now, this is your choice. But I want you to be aware, even before taking that red pill, just how bad that can be. You'll be locked down by a system around you with superiors that doesn't give a fuck about you. They see you as a resource. You're not going to have an easy night. There's no time off. You're doing what you're told, or you die.
So capitalism.
Yeah, like capitalism. In a more direct way. but it's got to be tonight. And I'm going to take a big hit either way. I'm ready to do that. If you'll let me.
I mean, can you at least give me a beer?
Yeah. Yeah, you should get one. One more, huh? Oh, don't worry, it wouldn't happen here either way. I'm fixing towards the door, and I'm leading him towards it. If he's ready for it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wits and awareness roll for me.
Awareness and wits. Boop, boop. 2 successes. Oh, the crit.
Nice. You You smell graveyard dirt, which is not uncommon for this place. But a figure does catch your eye. A tall, lanky, dark-skinned figure
Known to me.
meets your eye for just a moment and winks and's gone in the crowd.
Is this person known to me?
I don't believe this person is known to you.
No, we gotta go. I was intending to lead him towards the bar, but I'm leading him outside.
Okay.
I got one hand on the inside of my coat on my gun.
Okay. And I think we're gonna move over to the next scene now. This is Tabitha and Maeve, correct?
I believe like it sound either Mabe or Mikey are both going over to the anime store to talk with Talon.
Yeah, Mikey, were you going with him or were you going off on your own thing?
Mikey only had an interest in the store to look for the game, possibly. Not really that interested in getting up with Talon unless explicitly asked to.
Okay.
So just in the background, essentially.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like normal.
Doing the stealthy thing. Okay, so the store is closed as it is midnight when you pull up.
Yeah, but again, like this is where like it's been closed for a good while. Like even the fact that kind of like they are eh, most likely because both Talon and Tab have it as like when things have gone bad, like Tab probably had bought it in the 90s. He's working as corporate and the business went out, but her and Talon both have a key to it to get in there and has probably all the loose stuff, like all the games and anime and stuff like from the 90s are just on there on the shelves. But no one's ever removed it because the business went out, but the building was still owned by someone else. So everyone
I'm
just kind
gonna
of left after the job was gone.
I'm gonna check and see how many dots and resources you have on that one tab because you have been going through those resources
Oh,
real
I'm
hard.
just I'm saying like if you count that as okay or not, because like
Yeah.
again, I don't know. I'm learning to play this game for the first time, so
Yeah,
this
no
doesn't
worries.
work. You tell me no, and I'm more than willing to work with that.
I think let's see. Let's should we go
Because I'm good with it just being like an abandoned anime shop.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of the skeleton of a store, a little bit like a Blockbuster. I don't think the shelves are still fully stocked. I think it's in a pretty bad shape.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, you see, if you got a key, then you can certainly make your way in.
Callan, if you're in here, I promise to answer any questions and tell you things. I'm here. Hopefully, you are too. Now, this is where we go when the French has hit the fan.
No response.
Probably goes to where like there's some counter and just kind of like sits there with kind of like hands in their head, just kind of like worried, just like
Mikey will shuffle very awkwardly over and put a very tentative hand on the shoulder and try not to do there, but it probably is a bit of a there. And
and then
say,
like it's just more of like a silent. It's understood. It's just I know it's considered a weakness to care, but
no,
having
I don't.
something, yeah,
I don't
something,
think it's a weakness.
There's nothing wrong with caring. We're all human once.
yes, but as a human, I didn't care. But it's after I started to care. It's most of kind of like what I do is through the motions, but Talon, I really need my best friend. Like the only other person I have at that same height of care is the lady, and I don't know if she's even safe.
I mean, she's one of us, right? And a powerful one, so I think she can. She's probably got her own back.
I hope so, but
Is there anywhere else the talent could be?
I don't know. This is our like out of the few things like we had. This is it. I don't know where else to look.
I
Don't know
mean,
where to
she doesn't.
be.
She doesn't live here, right?
No, I don't know where she actually lives. That way,
Hmm.
if I'm compromised, I can't reveal them.
When was the last time you heard from her?
We were at the club and gave the jacket to them.
And that was the last time there was no calls, no nothing?
No, but again, said the next night we would, and if things hit the fan, as they certainly have, I don't see how other way to explain that club experience other than French hit the fan.
Yeah, no, that was a whole bunch of bullshit. So, um, yeah. Uh, no one else knew about her?
No, purposely, so I could not be compromised. And I think the only person that vaguely was I told the lady of my friend and my actions at the club. I cannot lie to the lady. I just can't. Uh,
I mean, you did give her your jacket.
yeah, I thought that might at least protect them. We have a good story. She's the hero. If anyone,
That was to protect you, in a way, because we were seen there and your jacket was noticeable. So you gave it to her. I thought it was part of protecting the masquerade.
But maybe this isn't a good time to be saying. I don't know. I mean, we just need to focus, don't we, on finding out where she could be. There must be some other way you got a contact in her, surely.
no, but there is at least into the back. There's a room that used to be a bathroom that keeping a mirror something for messages or anything. Maybe back there.
Maybe. Do
Maybe
you
my
know her cell phone number?
The phones were compromised. That's why we have radios.
Right, but do you know her cell phone number? Can we get a different cell phone?
No, I do not.
From
Part part when you car when you separate things out, that means that there is a protection. There's a barrier here where I can't be compromised and no.
but if you know her phone number off the top of your head, you could call her from a random place and you don't even have to say anything. You can just see if she's alive.
Oh, we could just check it in the shop. Mikey smiles.
Just
As if-
awkwardly cheesing over there.
Yeah, it's he hasn't got any ulterior motive here at all. He's just waiting for the moment.
That beautiful.
Yes, let's all if you want to come and let's do this. You guys search whatever. Maybe you can find the game in here. I'm gonna at least check the bathroom.
All right.
Does she see a different reality from us? There's nothing here, right?
I mean, I don't think there's anything, but there might be some old game in there. It's worth a shot.
Maybe
For that.
Maeve starts digging around under shelves and stuff that have nothing on them.
There is a lot of rats. I don't know if Nikolai is in here with you. They're probably busy, a little occupied. Mikey, why don't you go ahead and give me a wits and awareness roll?
Okay. That is 3. Oh no, that is crits. So that is 5 successes, I think.
Nice. It's a lot. Whatever the hell it is, it's a lot. You find you don't find a copy of the game, but you do find a copy of the strategy guide, and a memory hits you, and you recall playing this game yourself with your son on your lap. It's a nice memory. It's a happy memory. But that does come to mind.
Yeah, Mikey will definitely pocket that guide. Probably thumb it a few seconds first and just dwell in the moment a little bit. And then kind of look around for the others and say, I can't find that game here, and I think I really should go check in on, that person I mentioned. I feel like it's a good time.
Go for it.
But we should. I don't know what else we can do if you have no way of contacting her, but there must be something. There must be. Was there anything on the mirror?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And opens up the mirror just to see if there's something behind there, just in case.
There's a couple of pills. That's all you see.
And a dick drawn on the inside of the mirror.
Sure, why not?
Gathers at least certain of the pills just in case. Maybe there's a message from. Maybe they might mean something.
Okay.
Then just kind of is. Maeve, if you'd like to join with Mikey, I may just need a moment here.
Okay, we'll be out in the car for a few minutes.
Yeah,
Sure,
just give me a few and then give a honk and I'll follow along.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, then.
Can I don't know, glance around before we go out to the car?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Yeah, just, we've been tailed, we've been shot at a whole bunch. I think there was a paint balloon involved at some point. Just looking for people hiding in the shadows. I'm getting paranoid.
All right, go ahead and make a. Let's see. We're gonna say, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make the standard perception roll, wits and awareness. And we do have 5 extra dice and 9 automatic successes in store. Just letting you know.
Okay. That's 2 and a crit with it, but there's also a not a crit.
It's okay.
I don't understand how the crit thing works.
It just means it was a 10. The green means that there was a 10 that showed up. Yeah, it's when you get, if you get multiple. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So when you get multiple 10s, then real good things start to happen.
Nice.
But just 1 10 doesn't really mean that much. No, it doesn't seem, you seem to be in the clear right now. It doesn't feel like you're being trailed. The car doesn't have any paint on it, or any new paint on it. You feel pretty secure.
Okie dokie. I might do the hand on my weapon thing as I walk out. I'm starting to not like this town.
All right. Well, I think it's right about there then that we will take our break. Let the cast get up and wiggle off some of their anxieties, take a little bit of a bio, and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Y'all probably a little close to 10. Thank y'all so much for watching and hanging out with us, and we will be right back to wrap up. What?
Question.
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, so a little thing that we do on this game to kind of break up some of the edgelord darkness is we'd like to ask chat to give us a question to answer during our character outros, so we can kind of be a little bit of a goof. We've had questions like, "What's your favorite fantasy universe? What's your ideal Sunday?" Just something that you think would be kind of fun to hear the cast answer. Go ahead and drop those in chat, and we'll pick one of them, and we'll answer that, and all the characters will answer that on our outros. So yeah, we'll see y'all in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. Hello, hello. We are back. Thanks everybody so much for hanging with us through that break. We are back with our excellent little story about a group of vampires in the city of New Orleans. Before we begin, okay. All right, we can certainly work with that. Um, before we hop back in, just a reminder to everybody that this is going to be this is a little bit of a heavy game. Darkness Lies Ahead. La Famille Boucherie is a program that embraces the night, the darkness within it, alongside the darkness within each of us. As such, this game may feature content that is troubling or triggering to some viewers. If you are sensitive to topics such as homelessness, drug use, blood play, violence against innocents, gaslighting, manipulation, thievery, body horror, or other monstrous themes that may arise during play, please proceed with caution. Otherwise, we invite you to share our story and bask in that which makes us human and that which brings out the inner beast in us all. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let's let those good times roll. Um, and yeah, so we are back with Maeve and Mikey in the car. And Tabitha, before you forget, before you leave, you do remember a little stockpile that you've had put together just in case shit hits the fan. So in the stockpile, you'll find 3 blood packs. You'll find another suit of body armor, and a few sidearms, alongside a kind of kukri style knife.
Okay. So it's essentially like a bug out thing for
Yeah,
vampires.
yeah.
Uh, One thing in note, like right before Tabitha does grab that, there's like a tear of blood that comes out of their eyes. They dab it up with like a little handkerchief they had in their and then pull out a little piece of paper and write the frequency of their radios and just place it on there in hopes if Talon does come by, they have a
Okay.
way to contact them.
All right, we can certainly do that. And with that, do you return to the car?
Yes, and they might notice kind of like the lingering blood smear near the eye of just like a bloody tear eye that's just been wiped off.
I mean, you are very bloody at the moment. You still have your clothes are still pretty drenched in your own blood from that bite you took earlier. But yeah, it's this is a little bit of fresh blood. Um, the three of you are back together. What's the plan now?
Hey, you all right? You figure anything out?
I just worst to worst. I am prepared, but just put on a happy face and hopefully your things work well with your friend.
Yeah, I guess. Mikey looks slightly concerned for a second and then switches back. Um, what's the plan now? I mean, I've got a thing, but I mean, I'm not sure everyone needs to kind of go to it.
It is what you think is best. We'll be there and be in the car as backup if you need. Or again, I'm not at the same level of quality on stealth, but I am pretty good. I'm more going on parkour than I am actual jump more stealth, but I can go and follow if need be.
It's more that it's kind of it's a bit personal, you know. It's
Understandable. I
I
got no
get that we
problem.
I get that we shouldn't split up, but equally I like to keep a bit of
Yeah,
healthy distance, you know.
I'm more than willing to wait in the car and on the radio, just say 69. We know to come in rushing.
Oh, we have radios. That's cool.
Did you
A
not
little.
notice a little hand?
Little
I can't
Oh.
walkie-talkies. Yeah.
Little Boy Scout walkie-talkie.
Have they got like decent range? Like, would Mikey know if?
Judging from the quality and the fact that it's mostly plastic, not metal, probably not.
Yeah, like no more than a mile at max.
Oh, no more than
Like
like
not
100.
even, I doubt on that, but like that's the maximum it could ever possibly go.
No more than like 150 yards. These are very close range. But yeah, you do have those.
Just as an aside, where is Tabs Haven located? Is it in the kind of the well-to-do area of the city? Because that is where Mikey needs to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's in the
I
well-
actually don't think they're in like the well-to-do. They're kind of like the Tabs place is kind of like where like a lot of hurricanes, a lot of like all this stuff has happened, but it's a single house that's always survived. So it kind of looked very creepy. A lot of mixed match buildings nearby them.
Well, I mean, it's New Orleans, so everywhere has to deal with hurricanes. But yeah, if you would rather it be in a suburb, then we can run with that. Okay.
So if I go take care of this thing, are you guys just gonna wait, or what do you got any other plans for the night?
Wait, we're not splitting up.
Uh, I know, but I just
Go with you and wait.
yeah, I guess it's just if you just stay a few blocks away and I'll tell you where to drop me off, and you know, if you want to stick around, that's fine, just in case something happens. But I like to keep a bit of distance, you know, for everyone's sake.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So I will give Maeve the address,
Okay.
and it is a well-to-do, as I say, area of the city.
Okay. Yeah, and it'll probably take a little bit of help to get Maeve there, but after a little bit of time passes, you're in a familiar neighborhood.
So a few kind of blocks away, Mikey will be like, "Hey, you can stop here, and I'll go and sort this out. Shouldn't take too long."
Okay.
So Mikey will leave the car, and he will pull his hood up, and he will activate Silence of Death and also Unseen Passage.
Okay.
Is a rouse check, which is a little bit dangerous right now, but we're going to ignore that.
Oh,
and roll it anyway.
Mikey is hungry right now.
Yeah.
All right. You're good.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So Mikey will disappear, and he would go to the. Well, first of all, are there any lights on?
No, I don't think there are.
Yeah, well, must be like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock now in the morning, ish. Is it?
Yeah, it's getting well past midnight.
Yeah. Okay. Mikey would take his normal route into the property, which would be the back. He would have. I think he'd have a key actually, maybe left over, and the locks were just never changed for whatever reason.
Okay.
And he would enter completely silently.
All right. Go ahead and make
he-
a dex and what's it, stealth?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Go ahead and make that for me.
Okie doke. That is 3 successes.
Okay. So with 3 successes, yeah, you are quite stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey will keep on creeping and proceed to the bedroom of his son upstairs.
I think as you do so, you hear you feel eyes on the back of your neck.
Oh dear. Mikey will look around.
And you see a familiar sight. You one of the last things you did for your house before you left. You got your son a cat for Christmas one year, and the little black fuzz ball stands out a little bit in the darkness. Some of the black around its mouth and on the tip of its tail and on its paws, shifting to a more silver with age and letting it stand out. And it's looking right at you.
Is it freaking out or looking like it's about to start freaking out?
It is staring at you, and when you turn around, pointedly not looking at you.
Okay. I think because Mikey has some vague affinity with animals, maybe. Can he would just like to kneel down and say, "Shh, be quiet," to it. Can I roll Animal Ken for this?
Of course you can. Go ahead and make a charisma and animal kin.
Ooh. Okay. That's one success. Can I add a success to that, please?
You definitely can.
Great.
You don't want a messy critical on befriending your cat again.
No. That would be awkward.
Okay, yeah. So with 2 successes, the cat kind of looks aloof for a few moments and then walks over to you and nuzzles its head in your outstretched hand. It's kind of rubs against you for a few moments, and is trying to encourage you for chin scritches.
Yeah, Mikey will oblige. More out of wanting to keep it quiet more than anything else. He's a bit awkward around kind of. It wasn't his idea. Well, it was his idea to get the cat, but it wasn't, he's not got any real affection for animals. But he'll indulge it, to kind of, satisfy the bargain they've made. And then he'll continue on his way.
Okay. You continue silently through the house. And you come to everything looks familiar. The pictures on the walls have changed. The decoration has changed slightly. The house smells a little bit different. Maybe the floor cleaner that the family uses has changed over the years. It's eerie, familiar, but alien.
Yeah, okay. Mikey will listen at the door of his son's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And see if he can hear if he's asleep.
You don't hear any noise, but you do see a faint amount of light coming from underneath the door.
Okay. That would suggest, is it the kind of light that suggests perhaps a TV or a computer is on?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Mikey will wait and see if he can hear any signs of movement to determine if it's just been left on or if someone's actively kind of watching the TV/computer. And he'll wait upwards of an hour if he has to see.
10, 15 minutes pass and you don't hear anything.
Okay. He will peer through the door. I don't think it would break his silence of death.
Yeah.
Just kind of opening it slightly. So we'd have a look inside and see.
Yeah, you see looks to be as slightly the form of someone still growing into their body. Maybe maybe mid mid to late teens. Still at that little bit of awkward stage where their legs are too long, their arms are too long, and whatever weird kind of fucking haircut kids are wearing nowadays. Um, and they seem to be watching a video on YouTube.
Okay. Now,
But
Mikey
they
has.
do have headphones in.
Okay. And they're awake as far as Mikey can see. They're not
You,
snoozing.
you can only see the back of their head, but
Ah. Okay. Um. What to do here? I think Mikey would wait again in the doorway, wait for any sign of movement. And if there is no movement again after another 10 minutes, he will chance moving a little bit to definitely determine if the boy's asleep or not.
okay. Go ahead and make another stealth roll for me.
Okay. That's 2.
Okay.
I think I need to do something with that. I think I'll use a willpower.
Okay.
I can reroll, I think, 3, can't I?
Yup.
Okay. Yep, so that is 4 successes.
Yep. 4 successes. Um, yeah, you creep along again, and there's a smell kind of like skunk that comes to your nose, and as you creep in a little bit more, you see that the teenager has dozed off with their chin resting on their hand. Uh, what appears to be a spoon-shaped pipe next to them.
I'd say this is probably a new. Mikey does check in on him occasionally, maybe twice a year max. But this is probably a new development, so he's probably surprised and for a minute or so disappointed. But then he remembers that he did exactly the same thing, and he can't really judge. He just would have hoped for better. So I'd say he'd stand there, crouched in some shadow for a few minutes, just looking at what's changed in the face, just kind of committing it all to memory, remembering the good times, etc. And then when he's satisfied, he will have a look at the game collection that presumably is strewn across the floor.
Oh yeah. The more recent games are a little hectic, but the older games are still kind of on the shelf. And sure enough, you do see a copy of Ogre Battle 64, Person of Lordly Caliber.
Is it well thumbed? Is it a bit dusty?
It's still in the box. The box has a little bit of like what appears to be some kind of milk or coffee stain on it. It's got a little bit of water damage, but when you it looks like there should still be something inside of it.
Okay, Mikey's gonna whisper more to himself than anything. Sorry, I'll try and return it if I can, buddy. And then he will remove it from the shelf and he will stuff it in his hoodie. And he will start to leave, take a lingering glance, etc. And before he opens the door, he'd make sure that there's no other movement from any of the parts of the house before he went back into the corridor and made his exit.
Yeah, I think you just see the cat staring at you, waiting outside the door.
Okay, Mikey will nod at the cat a little bit awkwardly, kind of shuffle past it and hope it doesn't deign to meow at him. And yeah, he will leave the way he came.
Okay, I think it's as you reached out to pick up the game, you would have seen that you were visible, as petting the cat would have broken Cloak of Shadows.
Yeah, Mikey is surprised because he doesn't tend to go around petting cats or doing much when he's stealthed. So yeah, he's disappointed in himself and probably expresses that by, I don't know, lightly punching the floor or something. I don't know. And he'll just make extra sure that he hasn't been seen by his boy before he leaves.
Yeah, the figure doesn't seem to have moved.
Okay. Yeah, and provided there's no sound from outside, I think actually Mikey will reactivate unseen passage before he
Okay.
leaves, just in case.
Okay.
And I'll risk a rouse check.
Oh, Natalie, you are.
Oh, this is a bad thing, isn't it? This is a
Oh,
bad thing.
you're playing a risky game here.
Yeah.
You can't add an auto success.
On a rouse check?
Nah, for rouse checks, that would be tricky because rouse check is only a single dice.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you don't want to succeed on a rouse check.
No.
I guess you could use an auto success to fail a rouse check if you wanted to. I would be okay with that.
No, I would say actually that Mikey would think better of that. And perhaps while looking at his son would notice, veins pulsing that he normally probably wouldn't fixate on, and then he'd remember, feel the hunger and be a little bit disgusted in himself. So I think he would just make sure that his hood was fully down and he was as covered as he could be, and he would leave.
Okay. And with that, you leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the pictures catch your eye on the way out?
Oh, he's definitely looking at them. Yeah. Maybe memories of. I'd probably say that the volume of pictures involving Mikey has decreased over the years as it became more apparent that he wasn't turning back at the house. There's maybe one, kind of a fuzzy, maybe on a really old phone, of Mikey in some kind of football kit. His arm around is very small, maybe 4 or 5-year-old son. But the son's much more in focus than Mikey. Which probably isn't deliberate, but it feels a little bit. It just touches a bit like, that's how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll look at that for a bit, maybe feel a bit bitter, and then he will leave.
Okay.
He will make his way back to the car.
All right. Mikey returns with a small cardboard box in hand about the size of a VHS tape.
Just for a little bit of humor, like Tabitha has just been feeding the bird in their hair ever so often and had a Tide pen out and trying to get the blood out of the vest.
Excellent.
So I got what I was looking for. So guess we're good to go now. If you guys are, where are we going? Back to Tabs.
I think we need to pick up Chet then, unless he's decided to head back. But
Oh yeah. Okay then. Well, let's go then. I guess.
Do you want to drop by your friend's place real quick?
I mean, if it's not too out the way, sure. Yeah,
No.
why not? Might as well.
It is kind of close to the cemetery, though, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe just see how things go. I mean, if he texts me again, I can just tell him that I've got it, and it'll be on its way. So I got some time now.
Well,
Can I message Jet and see what he's up to?
Yeah. What's your response, Jet? What are you doing when you get the text?
Have we had time to get out of the building?
Yeah.
All right. I'm probably we're probably just walking down the street. I'm trying to find somewhere to make a left and right, basically, to stay off the main road.
Mhm.
And yeah, as soon as we get the message, I'm like, we're outside. We're fixing our own trip out of here.
So you don't need to pick up or anything?
Now we're good.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna see Jet before maybe tomorrow night.
Oh, is he okay?
He's okay. He's getting things situated with Jesse.
You see there's a message being written, and Jet writes, as soon as we're concluded, I'm linking up with you again.
Okay. Holler at us when you need us.
Will do. All right. After this has been done, I'm calling my sire.
Okay. Hello.
Good evening.
Good
I'm
evening.
going to need a big boon.
Okay. What's on your mind?
I need to pick up, bring plastic sheets, and your silence.
My, asking an awful lot, aren't you, child?
Well, when am I not?
What's the... Is this something that you anticipate happening, or something that has already happened?
Anticipating, and know for a fact will happen more than likely.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
You usually know where to find me.
Fair. How about...
Oh, there's probably bars in the area that I frequent fairly often.
Yeah. Well, you're outside that nightclub now. How about... There's an old hardware store not too far away. I think it's nearby one of the bars that you like to haunt. How about over there?
All right, go find me.
There's no cameras in the parking lot. I think it'll be a good location.
Sounds good. I'll be there. I'm bringing company.
Thank you for the heads up. And yeah, pretty much as soon as you're there, a kind of just white painter's van pulls up, and you see the smiling face of your sire behind the wheel.
All right. See, does she intend me to jump in the back, or?
Yeah.
All right. So I slide the door open and jump in along with Jesse.
Okay.
All right. I just bang the wall towards the driver's side. We're good to go. Now I'm just drive around. I haven't given her a location yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing there's plastic set up on the floor here.
Yeah.
There's
a couple of sheets rolled together, and the van itself is already damage controlled.
Yep. All right. So you want to be red pilled? This will be the place. As for the sheets, well, it's not going to be clean. I have to drain you, and then I have to give you some.
And your sire looks at you and goes, "No, unfortunately, I'm the only one with clearance to do this.
I nod my head. My comment still stands. No, I turn my head towards the driver, saying, "If you're not okay with this, then we need to get out of the car now."
Well, it was good seeing you, Jet. And they break.
Okay. All right. Likewise. Nine. Bring Jesse out of the car. I watch her drive off. Fuck. All right. I call up Maeve.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hey, didn't go as I hoped. I'm gonna need a pickup. And things are worse now.
Okay, where are you?
Give her the location.
Okay. I kind of give Tab and Mikey a heads up that things might not be going well. Let's go see what Jet is up to.
All right.
And y'all reconvene.
Blades up, I guess.
So, Jesse's signed up for the red pill. As for resources, I'm running out. I don't have anything left on my end. My sire just burned me.
Well, what do you need?
I'm gonna be very real. I don't facilitate a way that I can guarantee Jesse's safety. Either way, if this happens, he has to travel out west. He has to get to California. He needs to get to an anarch state.
Do you need a plane ticket? Do you need a box truck? What do you need?
Anything to get out of here. And at this point, well, either way, I'm dead meat. But Jesse's getting out of here. As long as I can make that happen.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do?
Depending on how bad this is this a simple case where the subject can be removed? Or is this a case where you must be removed?
I reckon that I need to be removed. So for now, I'm just practical.
Well,
That's why I'm saying that, again, Jesse is the issue here. Never mind about me. As long as Jesse is out of here, I'm good. But
avoid thinking about anyone being removed. Could we get like a red-eye flight for tomorrow night? Is it safe to send a...
Hell, we're not safe to be in the open. I was hoping that a big enough boon would run past my sire. It didn't. So, yeah. And I'm guessing you're not as lucky, Maeve. You should not burn what little contact you have left if you have anything in mind.
I can give you money. That's I can fund shit. I just need to know what you need. It doesn't really have to be favors. It can just be payment.
I'm gonna be very real. I don't want to leave you guys. Can we acquire some kind of vehicle? I'm turning to Jesse. I need you to drive out of state.
I can get a car.
Yeah, but we're not anything you can be traced by.
Um, I mean, I can hotwire something.
Nah, stolen car. Bad idea.
Let's go.
Any car rental you can pay cash up front.
Let's go get the U-Haul.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all do still have the U-Haul.
Oh yeah, we do have a U-Haul. Hey, I have a U-Haul.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think that could be a good call. But you need to get out of state now.
Make Jesse drive to California.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go to Dodge.
Look, I'm not sure I'm really following this. I mean, can't you just, feed him some of your blood and
If I
what is
do
it, ghoul him?
the Camarilla, look, if I ghoul him, and I'm turning to Jesse, if I give you some blood without turning you, you'll be stronger, sure, but you'll be no match for one of us, and you're still very easily controlled, and you can still be used as fodder for this whole thing. I don't want that. We've burned too many bridges now to even pretend that we're safe in any way.
There is a protocol in place that I can possibly use, but I warn it's not pretty, and there's a good chance it will not end well.
Well, that doesn't
What
sound.
do you refer to?
There is a protocol, and again, I am vague on the purpose for the sake of it is compartmentalized, and only one person is to blame if it goes bad.
What is it?
I can't give the specifics. It's a protocol.
What's it for? Is it for turning someone into a vampire? Is it for
the purpose is to get a subject away.
Into a blood smoothie? What are we doing?
Does this have to go through the lady? Is what we're asking.
It does not. But it's not a good protocol. And I wager it's one where I will take the cost, not you.
I would not ask that of you. You've done enough.
Then that'll be it. I leave the rest. Then I'm out of options for ways that can assist you.
Then I'd ask for the opportunity to use the U-Haul, and to be fair, for Jesse's sake, I'd ask him to use the fact that he knows as much about what's going on in New Orleans at the moment. I'll even be willing to feed him information for the Anarchs if it will secure his safety.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you probably know a few anarchs from your time in California.
Oh yeah, that was way before I even touched upon vampirism, though.
Yeah.
So, I have contacts, I have names that would know me, but they wouldn't be vampire. As far as I know, anyway, they wouldn't be kindred.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've been surprised before. But there's no way. I turn to Jesse again. There's no way you can stay here.
All right. So what? I just get in the car and drive?
Essentially.
What kind of funds do I have on my person?
Got a credit card too. Got some cash on you, a few $100.
All right. I'll whatever you can use out of this, and I give him my wallet in order to get where you're going. Use the cash first before you use any cards.
Yeah, okay. Hey,
When you
man,
get to California,
again?
I don't know. You'll hear from me, but hell, just traveling for us is a hassle. So
Do you want him to have the U-Haul, or can he take this van?
I mean, whatever is practical at this point. I'm
The
I'm
U-Haul,
I'm
they would
I'm, ve- I'm
least
very
expect.
I'm looking very disoriented and uncomfortable at the
I mean,
moment. The
the U-Haul can be easily gotten rid of and switched. That's how U-Haul works. Um, let's go get the U-Haul and send the kid away.
Wait, whoa. Just stop and just think about this here a minute. We can't just let him go with all this knowledge he has.
The only other options, yeah, that I can see is either running away or dead.
If you want him gone,
Yes.
then you ghoul him. So then at least I
there's
don't know.
nothing
You meet
gone.
up with him, and
There's nothing gone about that.
you can't just let him go with what he knows.
That would be up to me to decide, wouldn't it?
Can a ghoul be changed by another vampire, by another kindred?
Yes. Yes, they can.
Jet, I would advise the best option for you and for them would be death. After this point, if he's caught, death will be not an option and things are far worse.
Can I look at Jesse and be like, "Hey, we're slinging around a lot of scary words here. What are you thinking?"
I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know what the hell Tab is thinking.
It's more the fact that I've seen this situation be played out and it does not end well.
Like I thought I was gonna be a vampire and shit, and now like okay, yeah, I can't see the sun. That sucks. But now, okay, I got to move to California. All right, that sucks, but I could do it. Now we're just talking about like he's too much fucking work. Let's just kill him with the shit.
I mean,
No,
that's
it is
Tab.
a case of your options.
Don't listen to Tab. Tab is Tab.
True,
Look,
but
yeah,
again, I'm just giving options. It's up for others, including yourself, to decide. You need to make
Death.
objective.
you don't get to see the sun again is one thing. You don't get to see your family again. You don't get to see your friends again. You don't get to drink beer again. You don't get to eat food again. I feel like this decision is being forced upon you really quickly. I think you getting the hell out of Dodge is the best bet for you. Ghouling you is neither here nor there. It'll make you a little stronger and it'll give you ties to our kind. But that comes with its whole other nest of vipers. So, what are you okay with driving to California, going off the information that Jet gives you, and seeing where it goes? Do you want to stay here and have us turn you into a newborn vampire without any regulations involved and potentially be killed by the vampire government here?
That's not a probability. That's going to be a guaranteed if that happens.
It's essentially a death sentence. Your options are California or death.
I'm gonna choose California.
Jet,
I agree.
Oh,
That would be the best way to go. What I'm saying is, you. I can see what kind of contacts I have there. There won't be a lot of comfort with that, but there are good people there that I know.
uh, yeah. I mean, that sounds a lot better than death.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Which is why I'm saying that either way, New Orleans is not an option anymore.
So
I mean-
are you gonna turn him, or are you just gonna let him go?
For before travel, fuck no.
Yeah, he can't be turned before he travels. He could be ghouled, but he couldn't be turned.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna let him loose with this knowledge he has?
Yes,
I would
I am.
But he
not.
was.
I agree, Mikey. This is not the best decision, but it
It's
is
not,
Jet's friend.
but it's mine.
Let's go get a U-Haul.
Wait. Who else knows about Jesse? Didn't you tell someone you had a friend that you were looking out for? Don't the higher ups know about him already?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They don't.
Jet's higher.
To the point that my sire continuously watches me in some form, of course. But he doesn't know if Jesse is not there. Or she doesn't. Sorry.
But
Look, this is
didn't you just have a big fallout with your sire and Jesse was
exactly.
there and
Exactly. But she has no direct view of Jesse as long as he's not with me.
no, but she's gonna tell the higher up, surely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get in the car and head towards my place. We can continue the conversation in the car.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay. And you all begin driving back to Mavehaven. And a tense, eerie silence creeps over the car. Conflicting wills, conflicting motivations, unknowable questions hanging in the air. Jesse finally pipes up and goes, so this ghoul word keeps getting thrown around. What the fuck is that exactly?
Do you really, really want to know more?
I don't think giving him those kind of answers is going to not irritate him.
Yeah, and I feel like it just gives him more reasons for death. And I think they chose life instead.
Oh,
He
I think he's already dead if he runs. He's a walking loose end right now.
Yes. Yes, he is.
So if you're just gonna send him off as he is, then he's gonna get hunted.
Yes. I know that. But I can't do anything about that here.
You
I
could ghoul him,
No.
that which
and
would
he could
do
stick
nothing.
around with you.
It would make things worse for Jet, worse for us. It's bad all around turning to ghoul. So
I
the
don't
only
see how
options
that's.
I can see that are actually viable is death or sending him away via loose string that is not attached to us and that we have no idea where they're going and they have a chance at living. A bad chance, but it's still a chance.
Okay, Jet, I think if he's not going to be turned and he's not going to be ghouled, he needs to get to an anarch state as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
And I don't think he should drive. I think we should get him a plane ticket.
Yeah.
I think it's pointless having him drive. I do think that Mikey and Tab have a point. If he drives, he's going to be found and killed.
Yeah.
I think regardless will be found and killed, but you guys chose life.
Tab, you're not saying anything useful, so just shut up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The decision has been made to send him out. Jesse, are you okay with catching early morning flight ASAP?
Yeah. Jesse?
Yeah, okay. Let's do this.
All right.
I
Okay.
literally just like drift around a corner and start heading for an airport instead.
Okay. Uh, shit.
What?
No. It's just this is sounds like this is the way it's got to be, but this is just real fast.
Yeah, speak now. What do you want? What do you need?
Um, fuck it. I'll get by.
Yeah, do us a favor and cut all ties with people you know, or they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
don't email them. Don't contact them in any way.
For how long?
For life.
Ever. This is. I'm sorry you got dragged into it, but it is what it is now. It happened to all of us, and your situation is with essentially a bunch of fucking kids that don't know what they're doing right now. So, we're gonna have to send you, and you can contact us. You can have my phone number if you want. I'm on your side, kid, but Tab, fuck off. It's me, not you.
Hey, I'm trying.
Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we got to get you out, and it's probably going to be the death of all of us. Maybe not Mikey. It'll probably be the death of me. Tab and Jet have already screwed themselves over, so.
We do that well on our own.
So we're getting you out of here, and Jet is going to give you what information you need to not permanently meet your end. You may die, but all of us are dead, so.
Okay. He hands you his phone to put your number in it. I'll I'll find a way to get by.
Okay.
And you're just gonna keep stum about all this new info you learned tonight?
Who the fuck am I gonna talk to about it?
Just asking.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the more that I talk, the more fucked I am, and not
Yeah.
really. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just, I'll scrounge up. I'll live on the streets for a little while. It's fine. It's not the first time.
I mean, I was hoping the contacts that Jet had would keep you
Yeah,
from.
we'll get roof over your head. Don't worry. It might be hard in the beginning, but we sorry, I'll figure something out. But for now, we got to get you out of here. All right.
Then how much money do I have on me?
Uh, Between like prepaid cards and everything, you've got a few grand.
Okay. How much do you think a plane ticket to California will be?
Couple $100.
Sure. Do I have? Can we say that I have like $1,000 in cash?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw it into the Jesse fund. Tell him to get his ticket and to go to. You might want to give him a specific place in California. California's kind of big. Jet,
What's that?
where in California is this boy going? LA?
LA, yeah.
LA,
Okay.
San Francisco,
If you're
San
going for the most density of anarch states, that would be it.
Yeah.
LA's the place to be. So with that, then, Jet gets out of the car. Jesse gets out of the car. Thanks each one of you. Goes to hug Jet. Do you accept?
Yeah, I do.
It's a good solid hug, a few pats on the back, and
I'm sorry it turned out this way. I didn't want this for you.
I mean, call me and let me know when stuff changes.
It might, pretty quickly.
And walks away.
What time of day is it? Oh, it's nighttime. Sorry,
it's-
obviously, but it's noon.
Dark time of day. It's going to be at this point. It's probably about 2:30.
Okay.
This night is lasting forever.
It may be a good, since you have a haven still to be at that, Maeve. It may be a better idea for me to go alone to mine. So at
Possibly
least
the paint truck is still, not the paint van, but the painted truck is still at my place, so who knows?
Yeah, you were able
Uh,
to get most of the paint off of that, though, weren't you?
I was, but I don't know. I figure someone might have been able to find it. I'm willing to go
Where's-
risk it, but whatever.
Where's Jesse at this point?
Walking into the airport, I hope.
Yeah, he's walked into the airport.
Right. Mikey is going to activate Silence of Death and Unseen Passage. He's going to get out of the car first and then do that.
Okay.
No. Oh no! Go kill Jesse.
So I'll rouse.
As soon as you start opening that door, the gun is in your face.
But would you reaction though? Would you see
If I
you
hear
going for it?
if I hear a car door opening, hell, I'll fire wild.
Mikey's still doing it.
Buckle
But he
down.
would have activated as soon as the car door opened. He would have activated both those two powers.
Okay.
Oh, been paying attention. Don't you worry.
Sorry,
Alright.
I couldn't let this go.
I know.
Oh man. All right. Oh, Mikey.
Yes.
How's that hunger looking?
Oh, I didn't check that. Yeah, it's bad. It's a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Still got it under control.
Ooh, that beast is hungry though.
well,
That's one of the reasons why Jet's been saying there. Like, there's no way you'd be able to hide a 4. You would be looking hungry.
A little emaciated, a little sunken in, salivating just a little. Yeah, so Mikey opens the door. Jet, do you do anything?
Yeah, the gun is out. If I don't see him, I fire.
All right, go ahead and make the firearm roll at a -2 difficulty because Mikey is invisible.
Let's see, that would be dexterity and
Yeah,
firearm
dexterity and firearms, yeah.
with a -2. Not gonna be alright. So 1.
It's a 1. Yeah, I think the bullet's gonna clip you there, Mikey.
Okay. I presume. I mean, what ammunition is it?
I don't think he had the phosphorus loaded.
That's
No,
good.
I don't think I have more. Don't think I have more. Not for the pistol anyway.
Yeah, so it's just a normal round. It's gonna do. I think just based off how light the hit was, it's gonna do 1 superficial to you.
Okay. Mikey is gonna shrug it off and run straight towards Jesse. He will be taking evasive, zigzaggy running pattern to avoid any further shots.
Okay.
just before it goes any further, Tab reacting to that is going to have their foot go over and hopefully press down on the gas pedal to just give at least some distance.
I don't think you can do that since you're in a different seat.
Oh, you've never done that before?
No.
You've never just like gone and do a leggy around and
No.
do that? Like, okay, I've done that before, so
The car
I'm
is
good with it if you don't want it.
here.
Yeah, I think this is a crowd. I mean, it's early in the morning, so it's not that crowded, but it is still a pretty major airport.
Yeah,
There
it
already has been a gunshot.
probably not be a good thing to do. Can I just like catch Tab's leg and like thrust her back a little?
Yes.
Like,
And it's
let's
just
Sure,
not.
sure. We'll say how that's how that scene resolves.
Let's not. I feel like I'm stronger than Tab because gangrels typically are.
Yeah, because Tab is not very strong, but very dexterous.
Beefy lady. Okay. Mikey, you are Jet. Are you firing again?
I don't see him.
Okay.
I believe.
Mikey,
As long as that's still up, I'll fire while out the window or towards the door the first time, but I'm not actively trying to fire at the crowd.
Okay.
Being
Mikey,
crazy doesn't break it.
let me check. I know anything that they do. This is unseen presence, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Silence of Death as well.
Yeah, no, it says unless they draw attention to themselves. So I think it's still going to be up. So Mikey, what are you doing?
So I mean, apart from Jesse, okay, how far away is Jesse from me?
He's probably about. He's just a few paces inside the door.
Oh, okay. How alive does the airport look? Do I see personnel, members of the public?
I mean, yeah, there's personnel. There's people that are looking around now that they've heard a gunshot.
Oh dear. If only I wasn't so hungry, I could make this smooth. But yeah, it's not going to be smooth. Okay. Mikey is gonna. I mean, so he's right near the doors, just going in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mikey will see if he can determine, as he gets closer, full speed ahead, where cameras are, in an effort to maybe avoid them.
There's cameras on the doors.
All right, yeah, Mikey. Mikey will, just before he gets to the entrance, if there's some kind of place he can, unobserved, drop everything. So, drop the 2 powers.
Okay.
And with his hood up, just walk in at a brisk pace. Airports are bad places. Can he activate Blush of Life? And can I use one of those free dice to ensure that I do not get hungrier when I do this?
You can.
I mean, I can roll it first, can't I? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I need that.
Yeah. Go. Well, I think Raven's on a bit of a bio right now, but we'll let her know that we have 8 crits now instead of 9. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, was Tab able to gun the car away from them?
No, Tab was not able to gun the car.
All right.
So y'all are still in the parking lot. What is it that y'all are doing?
Oh, Jet's already on his way out of the car running.
All right.
Tab, like if the car's not gonna move, she will jump out of the car and go away, run away from the scene as to get away as quickly. But I'll leave that up to Tawny. Like if they choose to gun it or not.
What's the call on your end there, Maeve?
I'm not doing shit. I'm just kind of watching in morbid fascination.
Then Tab just gets out of the seat and just cheeses it.
Okay. So Jet, go ahead and make a wits and awareness roll, and we're going to see if you notice Mikey's form, since they are now visible.
Not my biggest one. Let's see. Do we still have extra dice?
Yes, you have 5 extra dice and 8 automatic successes.
I'll add 2.
All right. So how's that looking? 4 successes. 4. Yeah, I think they spy you there, Mikey. Are you trying to hardcore stealth? There's only a few ways through the door, so it's limiting your options just a little bit.
No, once he's gonna drop it as soon as he gets. If he gets stuck, is this like a side bit to the door?
Yeah. There's like a there's like a luggage cart rack thing that you could duck behind.
Okay. Mikey probably has prior knowledge of the basic layout of this airport.
Sure.
Are there, say, as you go in the entrance bit, before you get to any serious security stuff, are there toilets or something off to the side or something like that?
There's like in the lobby area. Yeah, we'll say that there's like a little, like a few kiosks and that are closed this time of night, and some restrooms.
Okay. And is there anyone? Okay, Mikey is going to before he goes in the door, drop everything, and then go through the door. And how far away at that point is Jesse from Mikey?
Probably about 15 feet or so. You had to duck out to drop the powers, but you're moving faster than he is.
Okay.
If I see Mikey, I'll call him out by name.
Yeah, I think you definitely see Mikey.
Okay, at that point, Mikey is going to barrel into Jesse, grab him, and go for the restrooms.
Fire.
Oh boy! All right, we're okay. Go ahead and fire then.
Do I see any of this?
I think you see Jet running into the door with a gun drawn.
Yeah, I think. I don't know at this point if there's anything worth doing. I think I'm just gonna sit here.
Okay. Yeah, you're dragging Jesse, so I don't know if you can make any evasive maneuvers there, Mikey. So you're gonna take another grazing shot to the hip. Take another point of superficial damage.
Okay.
And I think no, there was a success. We won't involve Jesse in this just yet. But there is a little bit of a blood trail now, and it does slow you for a couple of paces. So I think Jet can definitely see where you're going.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like at this point, after hearing another shot, Maeve does roll away. Just like, nah. I don't feel like being here right now.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
and then I know.
Bye.
Do you drive in the direction that Tab ran?
It depends. Did you run in the direction that traffic normally flows at this airport?
Tabitha just literally just ran away from the situation. So I'll leave that up to you so it's a choice if you choose to.
No, it's usually there's a mandated way you're supposed to drive at an airport, and I'm not trying to break any more rules. So if you happen to be that way, I'll potentially pick you up.
Like again, like I'm saying, it's a choice. Like,
Yeah,
to
it's
like
your choice.
let's.
Did you run
'Cause,
off in the dark ahead of the car, or did you? What did you do?
like Tabitha ran away. She was just getting away. I'll leave it to you to determine if it's along the way or not, because Tab just knew to go away.
Can we roll a dice?
Sure.
Zan, you want to make a decision?
Yeah. So, this is to see if y'all are in the same direction, right?
Yep.
Okay. Um, all right. So we're gonna say odds is the same, even is different.
Okay.
Even is different.
Oh, following traffic.
Would you like a rouse check for using fleetness? I believe.
Does fleetness require a rouse check?
I can't remember. That's why, like, I'm asking.
Let me look.
Fleetness, the vampire adds their clarity to non-combat dexterity rolls.
No, I don't think
The
that
mass.
requires I don't think that requires a rouse check.
Okay.
It's only like the higher up powers that require rouse checks typically.
Okay. It's just running as fast as they can to get away.
All right. So yeah, you're making real good progress then. And I think by this point, Mikey has drug Jet or Jesse inside inside the restroom.
Okay. Is anyone else in the restroom?
No, you seem
Okay.
to be alone.
Are there any clattering footfalls? I mean, a Jet isn't that close yet, is he?
He's catching up on you.
Okay, but no one else, as far as Mikey discerned as he was.
Yeah. No,
right.
no one seemed to have followed you in there. No.
Are there windows in the bathroom? What's the exit strategy? Are there vents?
No, this is an airport, so it's fairly secure. Definitely no outside windows.
Right.
Vents, possibly. None readily visible.
Right. Okay. Okay, I would say Mikey is going to draw out his gun and shoot Jesse. Point blank. Head.
All right. And I think that's exactly what you do. I think there's one bang. We see the mirror splattered in gore.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes limp.
And then I think Mikey, seeing no obvious I think I'm gonna have to go for unseen passage again. I think I'm gonna have to. I can use another success, can't I?
Yep.
Yep. It's a little bit cheaty at this point, I gotta say, but
Hey, that's why they're there.
that's true. Anyway, I didn't get hungry anyway, so I'm good. Yeah, Mikey will exit the bathroom quietly.
I think you'll have to wait for Jet to open the door.
Okay, in that case then, Mikey will, knowing that he's closing, perhaps go into a stall away from the scene of the crime. And yeah, just kind of be stock still and
Okay.
watch.
All right.
Just stand final while invisible.
Yep, just creeping, just creeping. Yeah, and I think at that point, Jet, you're a few steps away when you hear the gunshot, and you come in and see the scene before you.
I would like to frenzy.
Okay, I think you do exactly that. why don't you
That's my only touchstone. That's active at the moment.
why don't you okay, why I've got a thing that I'm thinking on right now. Why don't you make a I want you to make a hunger check for me. Navy. Whew. Just a reminder, folks, this tense, dramatic moment, if you still need coffee after all this adrenaline, is brought to you by the Grinding Coffee Company. You can use that coupon code Raven, just like the channel, for 13% off. Also brought to you by Fundamental RPG version 2.0. Yeah. So can you make a rouse check for, or a hunger check for me there, Jet?
All right. Let's see. Just a rouse check on that.
Yeah. I think that'll do.
That's a success.
All right. There's something. You lose yourself in the moment, this grief and anger and betrayal and loss. And the beast fights its way up from your belly and gains control. And the one thought that you keep hearing in your mind is not without him. Not without him.
All
And
right.
you approach the still form, slightly twitching on the ground. And you bury your teeth in the faint pulse of its neck.
All right.
And Mikey, you watch and quietly slip out the door. And that's where we're going to end this session. Ah! Yeah. Whew. Okay. This is going to take. Yeah, what's up?
Just add on, like, just the entire time Tab is running away, just keeps looking at the walkie-talkie, just hoping Talon might say, call on that. And I'm guessing probably does not the entire time.
Not at that range, no. Okay, cool. So we've got our happy song now. Okay. So just a little heads up, there's going to be a little bit of a time skip between this and the next session. We'll see if it's the same cast of vampires that ended today's session. It will certainly be the same cast of players, I hope. And we're gonna go through. And by the way, everybody gets 10 XP, just as I haven't awarded XP in a little while. So everybody's going to get a little bit of a boost from all this excitement. So we're going to go back through in reverse order this time and let each of the players tell you where you can find them, who they are, and what their favorite part was. So we're going to start with Maeve this time.
Oh no, not with me. What do I say after that shit show?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, my name is Tawny. You can find me on Twitter, I guess. I never check it, so it's not a great place to find me. Yeah, I generally don't internet very well. What question are we doing?
I think we're Hmm. The number one vampire coterie is a good question, but I actually want to stray away from the materials a little bit, just so we can have a little bit of levity. How about, I don't know, what's your favorite plant? Don't say weed because that's an easy answer.
I'm supposed to say a favorite part too.
Oh yeah, what was your favorite part? Yeah, your favorite part and favorite plant.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm sorry. I don't mean to be an egomaniac or anything, but just the vague image of Maeve just kind of slowly turning back forward, putting the car in gear, and rolling slowly away. I don't know what to do. Fuck. Favorite plant. What is my favorite plant? I guess I don't know, there are so many good plants. I like mint. It's super invasive and it grows like a weed, and sometimes you just find a patch of it and you can roll around in it and it makes me happy.
Excellent. Slowpoke. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where can we find you? What was your favorite part? And what's your favorite plant there, buddy?
I am. Wow.
Funeral flowers.
Funeral flowers. Yeah. Should probably bring that. No. Let's see. I am Slowpoke, everyone. Hey. You'll find me on the Blackfeather Guild Discord. Hey, and that's about it because internet is weird and uncomfortable. So why not? Apart from that, my favorite moment. Oh God, there was so much good here. Just the discussion up until we decided what we were gonna do with Jesse. The entire time, just sitting there like Jet, going, "There's too much to worry about to actually be able to make a decision." So him just freaking the fuck out over that was just a nice experience getting into that kind of character that deep. And yeah, I've been just sending stuff to Zan all the way through this, like, this is what Jet's thinking now. And like at one point in time it was like, he's considering joining Anarchs now. And then stuff happens at the airport. Now this is really interesting. So let's see. My favorite plant. Wow, that's nice in general. No. Yeah. Okay, let's go by invasive things. I'll say oregano. Why not? Because I use it a lot, though it's very invasive.
Excellent. Michael.
I am Michael Payne. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, just about everywhere with that. Looking for a game. Maybe one day I'll play a game with you. My favorite moment actually would have to be that whole scene with Mikey just in their room with their kid, I think, or little brother. I couldn't really tell which it was. Like the whole little scenes, like even like the full of like, you broke silence to pet a cat. Like it's just so little perfect, like little moments. It's like every time like Mikey just does the scene, it's like, God dang it, it's just like the best. Like it's silent for so long, but then boom, quality. The plan is probably obvious as my avatar is a pun based on the singular form of cactus, a cat eye. So yeah. So cactus.
Nice.
Yeah. Especially like right about before you get to about June, July, when it's just flower. You can see that right before the big summer heat wave hits and the flowers die off. Oh, and remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
Excellent. And thank you again for that generous 4-point plot donation there, Michael. It's I'm sure that's going to come in handy real soon. And last but certainly not least, Nat.
Hello, I am Natatui. I play Mikey, the sneaky Nosferatu and destroyer of Jet's world. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Favorite part? Yeah, probably all that. It was a bit like I'm not I'm not used to in roleplay games upsetting the apple cart, so to speak. But I felt like Mikey couldn't let that go. His convictions just wouldn't have let him just allow that to happen, so he had to do something, however stupid as that may turn out to have been. Favorite plant? Not a big fan of plants, but I like sugar, so sugarcane is a plant, so we'll go with sugarcane.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, and yeah, I'm Zan. Thank y'all so much for hanging with us through this wild and wacky ride of holy shit, this was a game of vampire and a half. Oh man. Whew. Yeah, you know, every time a session starts, I'm like, I have plans for where this is gonna go. No, the fuck I don't. I never know where things are gonna go with this game, but I do absolutely love running it so very much. As for my favorite parts, yeah, most of the players got in contact with me like either during the game or before the game about little moments they wanted to incorporate, and so I really enjoyed like getting a look behind the player's eyes, so to speak, trying to figure everything out and how to get their characters in the right scene. So it was a really interesting puzzle for me to put together, and there's still more that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, like I mentioned, we're probably going to be taking a time jump in the storyline, just to deal with all of this madness that has happened. And yeah, if you need to find me, you can catch me at insanitygaming.com or twitter.com/insanityttrpg, as I am a professional DM, content creator, storyteller, all of that fantastically fun stuff. If you're looking for where you can find me next, you can catch me in just a few hours here on the Black Feather Guild. Probably Thursday on Attack Trick, Friday on Brambleberry Games, and this weekend I'll probably be showing up. Oh, and of course Raven's 35th birthday stream, where I'll be making appearances nigh on constantly. And yeah, and Saturday, Sunday I'll probably be on Polished Crypto's channel. Yeah, thanks so much, everyone. I'm gonna pass the control back over to Raven. Oh, favorite plant. I really love sundews, like sundews and Venus flytrap. I really love carnivorous plants. They're real nifty. Just kind of feels like an edgelord answer, but it's real cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the control back over to Raven and let her lead us on our raid. I do believe our raid is remember, kids, don't use blood. Okay, Raven, back to you.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was great and intense, and holy crap, I can't wait to see what happens next week. I really like the plant question too. That's a really cool question. My favorite plant, I think, is honeysuckle. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Anyways, we're gonna go on a raid. After that super intense, kind of dark story, we're gonna go raid Madame Gandalf for some laughs. So if you're not already following Madame Gandalf, she's a phenomenal variety streamer. Very fun to watch, and just an all-around nice person. So definitely give her a follow if you're not doing so already. We've got our raid cry, which is remember, kids, don't use blood. You can copy it right there from chat. And then yeah, catch us back here in about 3 hours for Water, which is an underwater, well, it's a water planet survival game. It is inspired by video games such as Subnautica, Minecraft, Green Hell, different games in that sort of survival genre. But things are starting to get intense there as well, with maybe possibly aliens being involved, maybe possibly some people being possessed by some weird technology, and yeah, it's getting cool. So check us out there in about 3 hours, and we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.